Alright, so just to finish up here, if we were to keep going with this diagnosis, it's a short to ground on this wire, the gray and light blue wire going to one of the rear doors for the power windows. Now how do we trace that? Well, test light from battery positive, I put it on the 1 amp setting, and then you can use an amp clamp. See, there's 1 amp going through the wire towards the back of the truck. If you change the amperage, you should see that on the amp clamp. You see it goes up to over 5 amps, drops down to 1 amp. But we know the direction, we know the wire. You could snip that wire to see which door, right or left. We can keep the test lights connected and just wiggle this harness and see if the short is somewhere in the harness itself. You can open the door, close the door, mess with the window switches, but I have to talk to the shop owner right now, see if they want me to go further. Alright, so the shop owner said go ahead and keep going. So on the 1 amp setting, I want to unplug the rear doors. They have bulk connectors right behind these plastic covers. So once you remove these, you can see it right in there. So I'm going to reach in and unplug each one and see if my light goes out. Alright, so right rear door unplugged. There is the gray and light blue wire. Our test light is still lit. Let's unplug the other door. Oh, we got a winner. Left rear door. Let's look at these pins. The pins look okay. So the problem's going to be in the left rear door. When we plug it back in, make sure our test lights come back on. Easier said than done. I wish they made the hole right in line with the connector. Alright, so there's the proof. If I unplug it, boom, no test light. We could look up a power window diagram or rip this door panel off, see if the problem's in the door harness itself. So plug this back in. You can wiggle the harness. I think the problem's going to be in the window switch. This isn't doing anything. Alright, so short to ground. I got the door panel off, got the door switch out, and here's the gray and blue wire. So if we unplug this and the short goes away, the problem's going to be either in the switch, well obviously in the switch, or the window regulator. So let me unplug it. Test light is still lit. So the problem's somewhere in the door harness? That's crazy. It goes here, 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 down there. I'm gonna wiggle. Oh, there it is. See, I'm wiggling it. Bingo. Let's inspect that harness and see if we can remove this short to ground. Maybe it's rubbing against the door. Alright people, money shot. I got this rubber grommet out of the way, and that harness, you can see it was shorting directly to that metal crossbar. A little hard to see. Right there. Boom. This was taking the entire truck down. Unbelievable. So poor design on Ford's part. A shorted power feed wire to one of the rear power window switches was blowing a main BCM fuse, disabling the entire truck. Poor design. So that circuit breaker, that 30 amp circuit breaker, not a good idea. How about you just install a fuse in there? That way it'll blow and you'll just lose your power windows instead of cycling over and over and over again and blowing a main fuse that takes out the entire truck. Very cool find. Factory defect on a 2018 F350 with 100,000 miles. I'm just going to tape this up, zip tie it out of the way, and should be fixed, no parts required. Alright, let's go. Let's solder this puppy up. Got some shrink wrap on there, cleaned off the copper. It's a pretty fat wire, so it might take a little while to heat up. Very nice. It's melting right through. Do it at the bottom as well. Good enough for me. Tug test works. Let's pull down this shrink wrap. I think it could have, sometimes the shrink wrap starts to melt if it's too close to the junction, but I think we're in good shape right here. Make sure it's tucked in. Right over the joint. Beautiful. Last step's going to be, we're going to toast this on. Wrap this up and make sure it doesn't rub that interior metal piece again. Alright, so final step, tape up the harness. I'm going to make it better than factory. I'm going to put an extra zip tie to avoid this piece from rubbing on that inner door, whatever, metal. So when I put it in, there's no way it's going to touch that again. So I think we're in good shape. Let me just put the door back together and we should get out of here. Alright, final verification of repair. Starts up. Lights on. Wipers work. And the rear windows works and works. Let's try the door locks. Excellent. That's it. We're done with this F350. Holy crap. Did not expect that at all. So again, this is a 2-trip diagnosis, completely separate issues. Engine running, 60 amp fuse blowing, BCM clicking. Not an easy diagnosis. Not surprised. This truck went to 2 dealers before it came to this shop. And this shop owner, he's like, I'm just calling Ivan because this thing's been messed with. So many variables. Not an easy diagnosis. At least a 7 out of 10. When you add everything up, maybe an 8 out of 10. Track the short to ground. Fixed, no parts required. I see it over and over again. You know, would the dealer have replaced the BCM or the underhood fuse box? Perhaps. Like, hey, it's shorted, it's clicking, let's replace it. Wouldn't have gotten anywhere. This reminds me of the other PowerStroke that melted the entire wiring harness because of a door lock issue. So these Fords, they're nice trucks, but watch out for the wiring in the body. That can cause some issues. Alright, I'm hungry, it's dark, it's getting late. Time to go home, have some dinner with the family. And thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.